that's live streaming. It was supposed to play video, but shit happens.
Uh,
Hold on, right quick. Hey, welcome to welcome to another episode of In Between Time. You already know who it is. It's your boy Don Primo. And we're coming up. Oh, there we go. We in here. We in here.
Yeah,
Play
yeah.
as fuck up, man. Live
yeah.
streaming. You already know what it is, man. Go
Look.
like, subscribe, share. I
Turn
can't be
up.
sure. It's a little sample from our next. Yes, right here.
What you know.
Tell me what you
Yeah.
Check my boy out. His links will be in the description.
That's
So
right.
make sure you go like it. Go hit those up. But right now, make sure you go like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button so y'all can stay up to date on all of our shows.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
Tell me what you
Let it
know.
vibe out right quick, y'all.
Damn. I've been riding with my folks.
I've been riding with my
Yeah.
G's. I've been riding with the
Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you
Gotta get a milli, everyone fantasy. Riding through the city drunk cause I had to be. I ain't concerned.
Okay.
Liver filling the capacity. Ain't even filled up a show yet. But I've been
Go
living
hit
for
them
show.
links, y'all.
My niggas smoking that potent. And we steering clear of them rodents. Got
In Between
another
Time,
bottle
episode
on me
31.
for police. Never listen what you told
in
me.
here.
Empty fifth like a trophy in the liquor
Hit
pool.
the
for
comments
dope
too. Hit the comments, y'all. Let us know what you think, what you're going through, what's going on, man. How you feeling, man? Let us know what's up.
So me, leave it cool.
A little something from our next guest.
Tell me what you know.
Tell me what you know.
Yeah.
Tell me what you
I've been
Hey.
riding with my folks.
What's up, y'all?
Shit.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy
Tell me-
Don
tell me-
Primo, man. And make sure y'all go hit them links up, man. Go like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Hit us up on our Instagram too, man. Inboxes, man. If we got merch, man. We got his and her new ski mask that just dropped in. So make sure y'all go hit us up. It's Valentine's coming up. So the couple that jack together, stay together, man. So make sure y'all go get it together, man. We making it happen. So like that was a little something for my next guest, man. So we got Speakeasy in the building. What's up with you, man?
Yo, what's poppin', man? I'm living good, man. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, bro.
Oh man, no problem, man. Thank you for coming, being a part of the show, man. I appreciate everything, bro.
course.
And thank you, man. So how's everything been, man?
Man, honestly, like everything's been good. Just came off the end of the year. I want to say like October to like November. I was trying to do like hella shows, hella open mics. And now we
Okay.
just gearing into the new year. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get some music out. Doing the work, trying to stay motivated. That's where it's at right now.
That's what's up, man. You definitely the GOAT, man. The people are speaking for you, man. Shout out to Rico tuning in. I think
Hey,
that's
that's
what
my
they
boy.
say.
Yeah,
So
what it do?
So, man, shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. And I can see from the fan response, man, that you're definitely putting in the work. And I seen you at the show, Artist LA. Is that what it's called? Artist LA?
The Artist Ave.
Artist Ave, excuse me. Artist Ave. Shout
Yeah.
out to DJ Bree. You
My
know,
boy DJ Bree,
Yeah,
Major, Oscar O'Neal, they be holding it down, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a dope spot, man. Artists definitely need to check that out, man. I met a gang of artists there, man, and definitely that's how we connected, man. We
Facts.
locked in the interview and all that. So, and just speak on that, man. How you said you've been doing open mics, but that definitely that was a big show, man. You're definitely putting it in, man. Speak on that, just your journey from the open mics to doing like packed shows like that.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, like, shoot, like it started out just like only open mics. Like anything I could get, I would go to, and just I really like being in the mix, just being around the people, especially being around like the people who make the music and getting to like connect with them and talk to them face to face.
As you
So
should,
that's
as you should.
So that's really cool. And then I found out about Artist Ave through the homie, shout out the homie Northside Ron and the homie Hakeem Shakur. They went to go do a show there sometime last year. And I went to go check it out, support my homies, be there for my people. And it was a dope vibe. It was a dope venue.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw that they had open like enrollments, I was like, oh, like I gotta go. It's time. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shows that I've done were finally able to like culminate to that point where I could like be there and do a show like that. You know what I'm saying?
Speak on that training. A lot of artists think it's just like you're going to go out there and just wow the world and all that. It's really artist development is really missing in the game. You hit it right on the head with that training. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Speak on that. How is that? Your trial and error of just doing your music journey.
I mean, like for me, I kind of just like jumped into it as soon as I knew that I could.
hmm
My
When did
first
you
time,
start?
so I started making hip hop music in like high school. I want to say I was
Okay.
like a sophomore or a junior, and like basically it all started out because I ended up meeting some homies who are very good friends to this day, and like we would literally just like link up, smoke, and freestyle. Like that's all we would do, and like
Yeah.
that's like, and I'm from Colorado, and I
Okay.
moved out here in like 2008, so I was like in like seventh grade, something like that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I
So you
I
basically
was
you basically been out. You out here now.
oh yeah, I
Yeah,
know my way
California's your
around.
home now.
I don't need maps everywhere I go. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
But yeah, we just started freestyling, and I always liked hip hop music. I was always a fan, but like I never had like that type of exposure. Like what I'm
Mm,
saying, like we would like link up, get in the whip, go to like parks and just cipher in the park and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like and basically like I was like, damn, like I want to get better at this. Like I'm fucking with this. This is dope. So I just started like writing, like especially like junior to like senior year, man, I was writing like a monster. Like just writing. At one point I was like trying to fill up like 4 pages a day in my composition book just because I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta get these bars out. Like I don't care if they're trash.
Yeah.
And my homie, he had a spot to record, so we used to just like I didn't have a producer or anything. We
And
were
this
just
is all in
ripping.
Colorado when you're still doing it?
This is all in California. So I found
Oh,
all
this is
this in
California at this
California.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would go over, record. We'd get the back in the day, we'd just get the YouTube beats, any
Mm-hmm.
way we could get it going. And
Hey, just
then
getting started though.
yeah, and honestly, like it's not a bad route to go because you got a lot of options. If you don't like something, you can just go to the next. Like it worked for me to start out, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And basically like it wasn't until I think my homie Visions, shout out to my boy, he knew like of these secret sessions in San Bernardino. So they're like, oh, we're looking for performers. If you want to like come perform, like feel free.
I
So that was
remember the
like,
secret session. That was them was popping back in the day too.
yo, they were popping. There'd always be a
Yeah.
lot of people, free dabs, like good
That was
smoke
before like
everywhere.
the sessions got so popular now. Like, everybody has a session in their little town now. It's like
Exactly.
everybody's session, but when a sesh was a real sesh, like the giveaways was good, the deals was good, like
They were
like
throwing weed out. It was crazy.
yeah, man, you see that shit, man. The first time I've been to like a real sesh, kush stock type of shit, man. I thought it was really like weed was coming from the air, free weed. Like just
Just
put your
flying
hands
from the
out.
skies.
I was like amazed. I was going to him ever since, man. But shout out to the Secret Sesh. But yeah, to go, continue with you was doing the Secret Sesh, San Bernardino, and shows like that.
So it's funny, like the first time, I think it was like the first show I did for them. I might have done like something at like in college or you know what I'm saying, like one of those. But I took like 4 dabs just off the rip. I was just walking around because they're like, oh, we're gonna start in like 30, 40 minutes, just walk around, have a good time. Man, I sat down, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Whoa, like I was toasted, man. And
Yeah,
then like I saw all the other artists get up and perform, and like just that energy just got me right back up. I was like, oh, what am I talking about?
yeah,
I'm good. Give me some water. I'm good.
yeah.
But even then, like when I
Them
started, like,
dabs is crazy though, man. You got to be careful though, man.
oh, I was not ready. None. Like I had
Yeah,
taken a couple
nah, nah.
before.
You could. I seen people pass out from dabs, right? Like literally,
Oh,
like
for sure.
yeah, for sure, man. Like dabs, they're definitely deadly, man. They're
Mm-hmm.
um check the shit. You gotta tell the people a little bit,
That's what I
because
was about to say.
these motherfuckers be trying to shovel a whole fucking booger on your shit. You be like, hey brother, what? I didn't come to like die.
I
And then be
didn't come to meld. I
resuscitated.
was just trying to kick it. Like, whoa.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Especially when it's your homies, they'll just fucking hook it up fat. Next thing you know, you can't move.
yeah.
No, but so I started with those, and then like I didn't really think too much about like the performance aspect at that point. Like I think I
Yeah.
was still rapping over like my own lyrics and stuff like that. So it definitely took like a couple years to get like a a rehearsing like routine down
Yeah.
and like really know like the stage presence. It took a while to get out of that like awkward movement stage. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and that was a big one.
Yeah, definitely. Hang on 1 second, right, boy, quick, bro. This fucking light just went out. Hey, this is live streaming at its best, y'all. This shit's gonna
Yup,
happen. Hang on
live and
1 second.
direct. Yo, what's popping, everybody? It's your boy Speakeasy. Hope everybody having a good time. Getting live in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody who came through. Shout out to my boy Don. Yes, sir. You got the ring light. I just set my shit up too. We live with it. We live with it. Oh, there we go.
Back in full effect, y'all. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with your boy. I had to set that light up, even though it's fucking up still, too. I can't set it up right, but we just need a little visuals, man. We're back with Speakeasy, man. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share. Y'all can stay notified for all shows that we're doing, man. What were we talking about? Your journey, music journey, doing dabs, knowing your tolerance before you do shows. That was
Very important. Very important
very
lesson.
important.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. That's a big one too, man. People don't realize. You think, you're nervous. You want to get like a little take the edge off and all that.
Get
So it's
right.
good.
Get in the mindset.
Yes. So people think like, oh, I'm gonna get fucked up. I can do this fucked up. That's gonna get it up. No, that's definitely gonna make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get something to take the edge off, definitely, but you just don't need to go over your limit at that time. And
Don't go heavy. Don't go
yes,
heavy. It's been like that with dabs, and like there's been times where this is I mean one point where like learning how to freestyle when I came in like really clutch, because there'd been like a few times where I was doing a performance and maybe I drank a little too much, and I'm like having like the performance is going good and I just make eye contact with one person in the crowd and then my mind goes
oh
blank.
man,
Like literally, like the whole verse just erases from my head. But like, luckily, I've gotten to a point where, and it hasn't happened in a little bit, but when it needs to, like I can just freestyle the rest because I know when the chorus is gonna come in, and then like we're right back on track.
that's the craziest when somebody seems like they're like you focus on one person, you'd be like, damn, why do I keep looking over that area? You'd be like, and it'd just be like the sun, or it'd be like a sign or something looking at her. You'd be like, something's going on. You'd be like, and there's always a person that's like not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You'd be like, why are you looking like that? Why are you
You get
happy or are you
distracted by
mad?
what's the vibes? You're not helping me. Help me out
Yeah,
here.
you're not cheering, but you're not mad, but you're not sad. Like, what are you doing? You're just there.
Am I getting to you? You feeling it? Like, no,
Yeah,
that
man.
definitely that's another thing about like performing is like you go from rehearsing it to just seeing people's live reactions.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some people will be fucking with it, and then other people, they're not fucking with it. They're just not bouncing. So you got to get
Yeah.
used to that too, like how to bring everybody in, get everybody bouncing, or a majority.
Yeah.
We work with a majority.
Yeah, the majority. That's a good ratio, man. Is there like when you do a show, it's got to be a crazy feeling because I feel it every time I go host a show or see something. I'd be like, um, the reaction you get from people, and it's like when people come up like, oh yeah, you was dope at whatever you was doing, can I get a picture or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, or you'll say what's up, or give you gratification. It's that's how does that make you feel?
Honestly, that's like one of the best moments right there because like before you even go on stage, at this point, like I'm only like a little bit nervous until like right before. but just knowing that what I'm putting out is getting received the way that I want it to, it's honestly like the most gratifying thing in the world. Like it just gives you a reason to keep going. Like, oh, okay, like I can see the proof. It's there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In real time.
Yeah. Has there any been a situation where you was just like, damn, these motherfuckers is not fucking with me? Because that's the always
Um,
that's what makes and breaks a motherfucker right there. You know, you do when you really, when what that's going to test you if you really want to do this when people don't like you.
no, that is. I think for me, like it's been less so of like whether or not people liked me or whether like I messed up the performance and I felt like the performance could have been better because
Yeah.
like for the most part if I go do a show like after the show and after I get off stage like I don't like I'd never expect people to come up to me, so at first that was kind of just like how it was. And
Yeah.
even I think really like one of the coolest parts, especially like starting out with open mics, is I could be chopping it up with somebody after I just let's say like I didn't perform the way I wanted to, and I'm
Hmm.
talking to somebody and I let them know and they're like, "What are you talking about? Like that shit was fire." Like sometimes they'll like
Yeah.
reaffirm like, "Nah, you're tripping. That
Yeah.
shit was dope." You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as like not fucking with me, like usually it's just like people will just stay to themselves. Like I haven't really
Yeah.
gotten like too much hate, which is good. Which is
Yeah,
good.
that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We're our own worst critics because we know when we fucked up on a word. We didn't say we felt like we could have elevated some shit. Because
Said something
I
differently.
I feel that every time I'm like, damn, I could have played a different song. I could have did this. Like, you ever have people like, oh man, that shit, people vibing, people still dancing or whatever, or putting their
Mm-hmm.
hands up, making noise, but it's just like I didn't feel that. I didn't feel comfortable with that, So,
Yeah.
but sometimes we be in our own head, We sound like I've been learning that too. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If everybody's vibing, let them vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You don't gotta perfect the shit. We all, I feel like the social networking sometimes gives people a false reality of success. And
Yeah.
people don't count the little wins, the
It's
things that
all
keep you going.
it's all highlight reels.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get me? Like it's all like the biggest, the best shit, but a lot of little shit happens in between there that most people don't get to see.
yes, yes. And it's a lot of L's, a lot of things, a lot of growth and struggle and pain. What's some of the things that your growing pains as an artist that that you had to go through?
Well, I think like, well, first and foremost was like the beats, because I was starting out with just YouTube beats.
Yeah.
So one of the things was really like, dang, like I like taught myself how to produce all my beats are self-produced, and
Okay.
that was one of the things was just getting that beat production quality up to
Mm,
par to where I could like perform it, because like I have like saved clips of some of the first beats I made, and like they're
yeah.
not exactly it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So did you start
um,
making beats out of necessity just because like maybe couldn't afford beats at the time you were just starting out, or just like a lot of artists weren't, or you was reaching out to producers, they weren't, reciprocating the same thing you wanted and things like that?
honestly, for me, it just kind of like seemed like the way to go.
Okay.
As soon as I started like writing music and doing this, then like my mind immediately went to like, oh damn, like I can make these beats too. Like,
Mm,
I was just like honestly interested in it. I didn't really have. I had like a few homies who would make beats and like they would slide beats to me every now and again, but it wasn't like a consistent basis. And also like the workflow might be off, or I might have to wait a little bit for this, he might have to wait a little bit for that. So I think all of those things kind of just added into me being like, let me just fuck around and try and make some beats, and that shit is like hella fun to me too.
okay. So that's you like the process of making beats.
I do. I just like the having the ear for it is like a really like neat thing about it, because a lot of my beats
Mm,
are more sample based, so I kind of
mm,
like hear the sound before it starts going, and it just
mm.
gets me like a little more in depth with my music.
Yeah. You see it. Do you hear yourself now just like You like say you're listening to like a old school like station and you'd be like, oh damn, I liked how that sound, or a sound that you heard like or I'm at the mall, I like this song that they're playing on the big speaker or whatever, you know.
Oh yeah, all
Like
the
taking
time.
notes of what I want to do next.
I'll definitely like I'll take mental notes or like I'll listen to how they did certain things. So
Mm.
like I'm especially with listening to music, like my ear is more active at this point. Like, oh,
Okay.
they this is how they did the arrangement. They dropped this out. Like, okay, that's cool. Like, I could do that too. Oh,
Okay.
I
Okay.
see what they did there. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you just like you know exactly like, oh, I know how they make that sound. That's dope. That you know, that's
mm-hmm.
the thing about producers. You know, that's why I felt like people ask me, do I produce? But I'm like, nah, I just DJ and I host because I don't look for that much detail into the music. I really like me personally.
Right.
I don't sometimes I don't even like being in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair.
if I don't have nothing to do, and it's like, yeah, I came here, kicked in. I'm gonna smoke with y'all for a minute, but I'm kind of like, you know, I'm be out here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, you know, it's a long, tedious process. You know, so I like to wait till the product is done. That's when I like to hear it. So, you
No,
know,
I
all
fuck
the
with that.
build up. You
And
know,
even
go ahead.
I was about to say, even like DJing, like that takes a ear all in its own because you got to know how the songs come in, mix with
Yeah.
each other, what the crowd is feeling. Like that's like about the same thing.
Yeah, I had to even learn all that process too, because I was like, oh, it's not just playing a song. You got to know the BPMs, a good
Mm-hmm.
point in your breakdowns, you know, when to play stuff. They say, you know, you got to learn that. And I felt like I still got stuff to learn on that. You know, I'm always looking at, you know, tutorials, hearing people. I'm not, you know, me, I'm a guy that's not afraid to ask somebody. I hear a DJ, I see a DJ like at doing something, I'm like, hey, how'd you do that? I'm looking at, you know, I'm looking at videos. I'm actually looking at how they did that, you know,
That part.
and you know, learning. You know, if you ain't learning, you ain't trying. You know, so
We always got to progress in this game. Like it's always got to go up. There's always something higher. You know what I'm saying?
always got to go up. I like that you said that. Always got to go up. So you say you started off when you was young. What who inspired you to start doing music? You know, was it somebody in the family, or did you just see, or was it just the artist that you were watching or listening to?
I mean, like probably like the very first glimpse I got because my pops used to still does listen to like a lot of jazz. Like that's always
Okay.
been his jam. He was always playing jazz and stuff like that. And I think like if I really think back, because he used to be in drumline and he would like tap on a like when I'm like sitting in the car, he would like tap on the steering wheel and just like be making beats. And I remember being like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like it like made no
Yeah.
sense to me in my kid head. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that
Yeah.
sounds dope. And then I mean, after that, it was kind of just like the artists. You know, growing up, I was listening to like Tupac, Eminem, Wu Tang Clan. Like as soon as I started listening to rap, like it was a rap. Literally, I was like, oh, I fuck with this shit heavy. And then
Yeah.
more so, like I guess like adolescence or like my teenage years when I was bumping like MF Doom, and that's like when Mac Miller was coming out, like Wiz
Hmm.
Khalifa was coming out with Taylor Alderdice and Cushion
Yeah.
Orange Juice, and then that was those moments, like
That was
especially
probably
when it
Wiz's
was.
some of Wiz's best work right there, man. That's
I'm
when
saying
that's what made me start fucking with Wiz. Wiz had that. That's when Wiz had that shit. You know, that was a good era right there for the weed smoking rapper. You know, the I ain't gonna say hippie rapper, but those, you know, the
it was a
Mac
whole
Miller,
vibe.
all that, you know, the Absol days and everything like that. You know, that was a good.
Exactly.
That was a good vibe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
2015 years, you know what I'm saying? 2000, you know, that whole time.
Yeah, 2015, 16, 17. So
Yeah.
I'd say like if anything, like it was artists and then just like my own interest for it.
Okay.
Yeah, we like the ball like started rolling a long time ago, but you know, I just decided to keep rolling with it because I could have stopped, I could have put it down, but I was
Yeah.
like, nah, like this shit is stuck in my head. Like this shit is tough. Like I can't stop.
Yeah. It was more came like more of a dope passion and uh not Inception. I was about to say Inception. I was see. Hey, don't smoke before you do the show. I still can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. It became a passion, basically. Let's say that. You know,
Yeah,
obsession. That's the
upset.
word.
Yeah, that part.
Incession, obsession. Yeah, they similar. You know what I'm saying? It became your obsession,
Yeah, for
basically of
sure.
doing it. You know.
And it helped that like a lot of my homies, like at one point, like all my homies just rapped. So like
Okay.
that also helped. Like a new song would come out, you know, we was all like bumping it. We'd be
Yeah.
listening to music, smoking, freestyling. Like it was just like it just felt part of like the culture of where I was at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Okay, that's dope. So, and that's good that you had a network of homeboys that would just like uh encourage you guys encourage each other because some people like that are dope rappers don't rap because they're scared of what their friends are going to say. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, "Oh, this motherfucker trying to rap. Get your fucking like you ain't doing nothing like that." You know how homies is. Doing that.
Yeah. Love to
But
talk shit.
let them talking, man. Somebody gonna feel it, and that's the thing about music too is objective. It's a lane literally for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing about being independent in the way the world connected. Like it's people are gonna find that little weird niche of music, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, I like that too."
Yeah.
You see it now.
Yeah, and that's like another thing I had to learn. Like, not everything is for everybody. So, like, if I go to a show, my sound might not be for that crowd, but
Yeah.
there might be like one person who's fucking with it,
Mm.
or like you said, like it's all objective.
Yeah.
So just because they weren't fucking with it doesn't mean that you're not gonna go do a show in 2 weeks and they're not gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, is that like sometimes you think about that while you're in your musical process of being like, oh, I gotta have this type of record, I gotta have that type of record, going back and forth of just like instead of just vibing out making music, you feel like you gotta have these criteria records to have something popping. Does that ever like cross your mind when you're doing music and all that?
I mean, in some sense, yeah, because like the way I usually write, I just start writing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for that, like having like song topics and stuff will like cross my mind and be like, do I want this to be like an actual what is it? Like an actual like story, or like
Yeah,
should this song like not have a point to it, but like have a theme to it?
yeah,
Because other than that, I could just bar up a beat like all
yeah,
day. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But it doesn't. The good thing is, it doesn't like hesitate me from making what I want to make. It kind of just guides me and pushes me, like, oh, maybe I'll do it this way this time. Oh, maybe
yeah,
I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it a different way this time and try and write like a really like catchy hook and try and get the people moving, or whether or not it's heartfelt. But mostly that decision really like changes the song I perform like at a crowd, like especially
mm,
if it's an open mic and I didn't have to send my music in beforehand. I'll kind
yeah,
of look at the crowd and be like, okay, I know what I'm gonna play today. They
yeah.
seem like they're on this vibe. They might fuck with
Okay.
this.
And that's dope that you can read it, like so because some artists don't get that, like you say sometimes you can't pick the art, you can't really choose what, or some artists don't have a lot of array of songs, they only got one or two
Yeah.
gears, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's dope that you can pick and choose what type of joint you want to play for him. Like, oh, I feel it's like this is like a chill crowd. Let me go with that. All that I feel like they went, oh, they turned up right now. Let me get this bitch
Mm-hmm.
cracking. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
get it going.
Yeah. So it is dope to have that keen eye of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So.
And for the most part, it usually works out like pretty well. And like I
Hmm.
have like for instance, I went to go do a show in Calexico, and I couldn't have any cursing in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so luckily, like I don't have too like some of my songs aren't like heavy with cursing, so I was
Yeah.
able to just edit like the chorus,
Hmm.
and it still it still worked. Like they were still catching the vibe, but it wasn't like that turn up shit. It was
Yeah.
more of like the hip hop, like I'm talking about something right now type of
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, okay, and that's good. You got to have something for everything. A lot of artists. I was watching some video where a guy said if you put out a record, you need to have like 4 different versions. You need to have your club mix. You need to have your edited mix. You need to have your radio mix, your instrumental. Drop them all at the same time for people can catch either one. So you could put it like everybody. You could play it in all types of elements and everything like that.
Exactly. And that just helps you reach more people.
Definitely, definitely. Speaking of editing, this climate of just like, a lot of social warriors doing their thing and all that, and people are getting censored and maybe of that nature. Do you worry about that when you're writing? Of if you have something to say, people are gonna not feel it or look at you some type of way when you express yourself on any type of matter or anything
Like
like
any
that?
topic. Usually, no, but I guess it just depends how I feel about the topic.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like for the most part, I'll put like a line out, or like there might be like a 1 or 2 lines in the song, but like
Mm-hmm.
I won't really like make a whole track about, let's say, like how Lil Baby made damn, he made a song during like the whole Black Lives Movement matter, and the whole
Yeah.
song was about that, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. Yeah.
with that, luckily, people get it. People like
Yeah.
understood the Black Lives, most people, but they,
Yeah.
the people who it was for, they were able to receive the message and they get it. Um,
Definitely.
so if it's something like that, totally wouldn't mind, but like just trying to like pick a topic and say some like left field stuff like that, that wouldn't be me.
Yeah. Are you more of a political artist, or are you just more like of just a music artist and everything like that?
More
You
just
you got a
music.
lot of political.
No, not really. Mostly
Uh,
it's either it kind of like balances between like conscious type hip hop where I'm talking about like my own mental state or like
yeah.
where I am and how I see the world, and either that or just like fun turn up shit. Sometimes I
Yeah.
will like do some of the turn up shit and be like, oh, I don't know, like I'll be like saying bitches and this and that, and if there's a lot of ladies in the crowd, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna go over well, but
Yeah.
usually they fuck with it.
Oh man, that's nice. That's a nice thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat them. You got. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say that. You know what I'm saying? We live. You know what I'm saying? But that's nice. Um, that's a good thing. Do you feel conflicted sometimes with your consciousness and then doing turn up? Like, do you like do you feel like is it too much?
I
At
mean,
one point.
I feel like I used to, like before I had a good balance,
Yeah,
because sometimes I'll go to a show and everybody's turning up, and then I'll get up there with my hip hop shit, and then, like it doesn't really land the same. But
yeah,
I think because of, not to brag on my shit, but because of my pen game, like people can still tap in, and then they'll be
yeah,
like, okay, okay, like even
yeah,
though they're not bouncing, they'll be like, I get it, I fuck with
yeah.
it. Like
No, cause go ahead.
I was about to say, I think like the delivery is everything. Like especially when you're doing the straight hip hop shit, like that
Yeah,
delivery is every. And if you're not delivering, then they're not gonna catch on regardless.
yeah, yeah. Cause I feel like there is a way you can do like J. Cole showed us. There's a way to do mainstream conscious that got bounced, that got and you could still talk about certain things, but still make it fun, still make it cool and all that. Cause I feel like sometimes with the conscious rap, I feel like it's a lot of I ain't gonna say judgment, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they it's a stance they want to take, it's a line they're drawing, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. But I'd be like, it's conscious niggas that like to have a good time, drink, chill with bitches, doing all that type of shit, and
Yeah.
and relax and have a good time, So it's like, we can't I don't what I'm trying to say is, it's the one rappers that will say one thing in public, but do a one thing and be like, "Oh, I support this, I support that, and all that," and they just be like,
Right.
"Nah, you could just do both." So
Yeah, you're human too. Shit, I like turn up. I also just like hip hop. Like it
yeah,
happens to work out. Like
yeah. It got to have that healthy dose of me and my boy V Steez. Shout out to V Steez, Benny Steez, the whole MX3 or MX2 family. Excuse me if I said the same wrong name. My bad. I'm talking about I smoked earlier, but shout out to the whole squad.
you hear it.
Yeah, but we was talking about that earlier, just like the difference, like the conscience and the turn up, and it's just like you gotta have a healthy dose of both.
For sure.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Make sure y'all go link up, go hit the like, subscribe, share button. We got Speakeasy in the building. His description, his link tree is in the description. So make sure y'all go hit that up. You can hear that video that we played earlier and check out other music and his Instagram and all that other stuff.
Yes,
We sitting
sir.
here chopping it up with my boy and everything like that. So what do you got? What projects do you got coming up? You got anything in the works or anything going? Any
Yeah,
singles
for
dropping?
sure. I got so right now the most recent thing I got a single called "The Sun Rays,"
Okay.
also self-produced. That's gonna be coming out. I'm thinking like the end of February.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, I have a solo EP that's coming out. It's called Jamais Vu, little
Okay.
5-track EP. That's
Damn, you gotta
like
say that with your pinky out. What you say, John?
it's some
Jean-Mabel?
fancy shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
You gotta order some Grey
Jamais
Poupon with
Vu.
that motherfucker.
Yeah, you already know. Have an ice cold one when you listen to that. It's
Yeah.
basically like just for that, it's because we're talking about like that balance between the two. So like technically, jamais vu is the opposite of deja vu. So it's like
Okay.
being somewhere you're familiar with, but it seems brand new, and that's what this sound is for me with this tape. So I just felt like that went perfectly.
Oh, I like that. You said you're being is it opposite of deja vu? You're being somewhere different, but it seemed familiar.
Yes, sir.
I
Yeah,
already been there. Like I was already there. That's dope. That's dope, man. And what you said that's gonna be an EP, right?
that's an EP. It was supposed to come out last year,
Also
but it got
produced?
self-produced. Yeah, all self-produced.
Okay, so you don't work with any other producers ever. Are you willing to work with other producers or
Well,
just
that's
not?
what I was about to say. So, like, that's for that one, and then on the next one that I have coming up, there's the homies who I work with very closely, Vine Tree, the Vine Tree. Shout out to my boys West and Mowdy. But me and West got a project coming out, and it has some production from me. It has some production from the boy Mowdy. It has some production from the boy Rattler. So we got like a little mixed bag, like I'm easing into whether or not like I use beats from other people and shit like that.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope, man.
Yes,
Any other
sir.
projects after that?
So it's gonna be the Jamais Vu and then my joint project with my boy Wesley and the homies from Vine Tree. It's untitled at the moment, but that should be coming out very soon.
Definitely, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, everybody that's shouting out, everybody that's in the comments, man. Shout out to my baby G over there doing the thing. She's in the comments. Shout out to Kemper. Shout out to him doing his thing,
Sure.
he's shouting out them fire beats, and just shout out to everybody that's doing their thing, making it happen, man. Tune in, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, hit that description for you can hit my boy Speakeasy's link tree and check out everything. But right now we're going to get into a little reaction, a little what would you do, and we're gonna see what my boy Speakeasy would do. Man, you already know what it is. We're just gonna be reacting to some of the stuff that you see on our Street Team Worldwide IG. Make sure you go follow and see what it do. It's a little see what's happening. See what's going on. See what's on Speakeasy's mind when he sees these. What would he do? So we're gonna get into a little videos. I don't know what I was doing, but I did not label these videos, so we're all going to be surprised and see what's going on.
And we
With
gonna
this,
see. We gonna see.
this first video, what is that? Fuck it, let's go. This first video, let's see what happens.
Run it.
Benil just. Oh, that's it.
Damn. Man, that man is gone. Hold on, we gotta see that one more time.
Man,
That is definitely a hard way to make a living. He had to retire after that. Let's see that
when
one
you
more
gotta
time.
Benil just. Oh, that's it.
How you
I'm not a
hear-
fighter, so I'm for sure going to sleep. I'm just out.
Oh man, I would have quit right after that. I was seeing this. He came in there. I'm doing all this. I'm like, hey, bro, I didn't know you was doing all this. I thought you worked at the fucking 7-Eleven or something.
Hey man, you know what? It's not for me. I might be They're not letting you go though. I might have to try my best and just like scrap it out. But man, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, I definitely have faked an injury. They're like, oh, motherfucker, I pulled a hammy, y'all. I'm out, y'all. This next video, let's see what it is.
How do you know you're not living in a simulation of reality right now?
That's how I know.
Wait, what happened?
He smacked his dad. He said, how do you know we're not living in a simulation? Hold on, we gotta watch that back.
How do you know you're not living in a simulation of reality right now?
That's how I know.
For that kid's getting hit for sure. What? Bam.
Yeah, man. Well, he answered his question like the way he did it so calmly, and then answered after. That kid is definitely tired of hearing his dad's shit. He you know, because he did it so effortlessly, and nobody reacted like, huh. Like if I would have went up and hit my mom or my dad, like everybody would have made a reaction. Motherfuckers would have been peeking in outside, like this motherfucker tripping.
They're like, no way. Like, we about to watch him die. Let's see him. Goodbye.
Yeah, I think people have been wanting to slap his dad for like ever.
Wait, play it one more time. I couldn't hear it on my end. Play it one more time.
Okay.
How do you know you're not living in a simulation of reality right now?
That's how I know.
He said, "That's how I know. That's how you know."
Low key, I feel like people have wanted to do that to me and my homies when we're just like we're at like the kickback. We're the ones on the aux, but we're just playing freestyle beats. Someone just want to walk up to us and be like, "Come on, yo." Like,
come on, man. Yeah, man. Hopefully they don't, man, because that's going to cause a whole lot of problems. Oh, well, this next person, I see it in this clip. This one is a person that definitely needs to check your equipment before you ride. Check your equipment before you ride. Shit can get deadly right here, man. So,
yo, that's my last day. I swear. He literally he flew straight back.
Yeah.
Straight to the headpiece.
And he double tapped the head too. It went bam, bam, like it was a double tap, man. You know your shit hurting when you grab that motherfucker instantly.
He's just rolling, like, you know, he wasn't walking. He didn't move for like 5 minutes. You know it. That like knocked everything out.
He grabbed that motherfucking beam instantly. Hold on, we gotta see that motherfucker one more time.
Run that back.
Hold up.
Yo, it's almost like he pissed somebody off that day. And they're like, you know what? Fuck this nigga. I'm going to just loosen his shit real quick.
On everything. That motherfucker went. He grabbed that motherfucker tough. Oh, my God, man.
It would have been better for it to, like, unlatch before he got up there. But he was already up there.
Oh, it was a wrap. As soon as that motherfucker came off, the hat flew off and everything, man.
Game over.
That's why you got to really have the proper PPE. Straight up, man. Like, if you do not have the proper PE, wear a fucking helmet. It's cool to wear a helmet.
For real. It's cool to not crack your skull. I swear to God.
He definitely had a concussion after that. He might have blood in the brain or some shit.
I'm saying. So, he got real close to Earth that day. It was Earth Day for him.
Earth Day.
Straight up.
That was that Will Smith. Welcome to Earth. Bye. Yeah, oh, God damn. On everything, man. Well, this next video, I can't see it, so we're just going to go to it.
I knew that was coming. Oh, there's blood all over.
They was like, I knew it. You had the camera out for 2 minutes. Of course, you knew the shit. You was
He
gonna
for
start
sure
the fire.
he picked the wrong person on the wrong day. I swear.
Oh yeah, he looked like he had some court papers too. He probably just came from court. It's some bullshit. Cause oh boy, he said, "I told you to sit down," and he hopped up like with the whole business. Hold on, he can't really see what old boy said. I think he probably just drunk or some shit.
He's probably.
Oh! I knew that was coming. Oh, there's blood all over.
He had no idea what to do because his hands were down like this. Like he didn't know what was about to happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely wasn't ready, man. She said it's blood all over. That's a drop. It's blood all over. I knew he was going to do that.
Picked the wrong seat for sure.
Yeah.
Splash zone.
Yeah, because he definitely learned his lesson that day, man. Man, that was in between. I mean, what would you do? So, man, make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, man. We had a great episode of In Between Time. Shout out to my boy Nico Rashid. You know what I'm saying? YBU, yeah, West, you bitch, you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie. And you already know what it is, man. Thank you to my guy Speakeasy for stopping by, showing love, just hanging with us, chopping it up with us and everything like that. Any shout outs, anything you want to say before you get out?
Yeah, for sure. I just want to say, like, shout out to all my people, anybody who hopped in, anybody who's been riding with me, watching me perform, shooting me love over Instagram, shit like that. That always goes a really long way. And I got some more music for y'all coming up soon. Shout out to the Vine Tree. They've been holding it down. They got mad shows. They got a lot of shit they got going on. Shit. Shout out Fran. She got a album coming out soon. Same. That shit about to be fire. Like the whole team really going up. My boy Reiko, my boy Tempermello. You know what I'm saying? Like the avalanche is starting. So I hope y'all ready. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to everybody that's been hitting us up, man. Like I said, make sure you go hit us up in the inbox, man. We got merch. We got hats. We got beanies. We got t-shirts. We got it all. We got Street Team Worldwide. Support the movement. Y'all. You already know what it is, man. And like I said, go like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Hit us up at our IG at Street Team Worldwide. And you can also follow me at Don Primo Supreme on Instagram. And that's about it, y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. It's another great show, man. Till next time. You already know what it is.
Thanks for having me, y'all.